Hi guys, this week we're going to focus on finding the mean of a set of data. Last week we focused on how to use that data to create a dot plot where we just took the pieces and put either a dot or an X over the number on the number line that matches it. Well, this week we're going to take those same types of numbers, but we are going to find the mean. Okay, so the first thing that you did or should have already done is the warm-up. And the warm-up says, how are your quarter, semester, or yearly grades calculated for your class? Well, to find out any of your grades, whether quarterly, semesterly, or yearly, all we do is we add your grades and then divide by how many grades we have. So as long as you put something like that, you should be good. All right. So now we're going to focus on the notes portion. Please remember that I need you to copy these notes down either on a piece of paper or you can print the slides. Okay, you want to print this slide and this one. These are the two that you want to print. After we insert the videos that we're going to insert from myself and Miss George, I don't know what the slide numbers will be, but you want to print this one with the notes and this slide with the guided practice. Okay, so let's start inputting these notes. Okay, so the first thing says in math, the average is called, and what you're going to do is we're just going to put the word mean. Okay, that's the other name that we use for the mean. Now, in order to find the mean, we need to find the sum of the data divided by the number of data values. That's it. In translation to English, that means that we're going to add up the numbers and then divide by the number of numbers. You can only find the mean of a numerical data set. Okay, numerical means that the data has to be numbers. Okay, so you can't take a poll of colors and find the mean. You can find the mean of the number of people that chose specific colors, but not just using colors. You have to have numbers in order to do it, like grades, batting averages, things like that. In order to find the mean of a data set, we're first going to add up all of the values in that data set. Okay, just find the sum. Then you're going to divide by the number of items in that data set. So if you have 7 pieces of data, you add up those numbers and then divide by 7. Okay, another way to look at mean is as a measure of central tendency. Okay, a measure of central tendency is used in order to describe a set of data at its center, as the middle. So whenever we are finding the average or the mean of a data set, all you're going to do is you're kind of finding the middle by adding and dividing, where you kind of spread out all of that data, just like Miss George showed you in the My Fair Share portion of the lesson. Mean is the best measure if your data is symmetrical. Symmetrical means kind of evenly spread out. Usually it's kind of looks like a little bell curve where it kind of does that. You say like that's the top and then you have like the sides and then theoretically you would have the same amount of data going through each of it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the guided practice. And as I'm sure you can tell, I'm using PowerPoint today, and that's because I can draw and write in it, and I cannot with Google Slides. So first, we're going to do this number 9, the guided practice, this one right here. What we're going to do is we're going to find the mean of the data set, and we're going to follow these 2 steps. So step 1 is adding up the numbers. So I'm just going to take this data set, and I'm going to add them. So we have 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. Now I'm going to make your day because in this section, you actually get to use a calculator. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5, and our answer is 19. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to divide the sum by the number of items in your data set. Okay, so our sum was 19, and we're going to divide that by however many items are in our data set. So if we count them, we have 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pieces of data in our data set. So I'm going to take this 19 and I'm going to divide it by 5. Again, I'm going to pull out my calculator and I'm going to take this 19 and hit divide by 5. And that tells me that my answer is going to be 3.8. Easy peasy. Okay, this second example that we're going to look at is number 10. So this time I'm actually going to start with counting the pieces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of data. So we have 6 numbers. Okay, first thing that we're going to do is add. Step 1 is add. Okay, so we're going to go 5 plus 8 plus 20 plus 15 plus 22 plus 2. Pull out my calculator. 5 plus 8 plus 20 plus 15 plus 22 plus 2. The one thing that you do have to be careful is that to make sure that you have all of the numbers in your calculator. Don't skip any, because if you do, it's going to mess everything up. So our total this time was 72. Again, in step 2, we're going to divide by the number of items. So we're going to take 72, which was our sum, and we're going to divide it, in this case, by 6. Now, you should know this one off the top of your head, but 72 divided by 6 is 12. And that's it. That's our answer for number 10. And 3.8 was our answer for number 9. Okay. Now, in the second part, the part that you're going to now work on, and yes, you have to do all 3 of the other slides. The part that you're going to work on now is slides 4, 5, and 6. And I need you to find the mean of each data set that's given to you. This is basically what we just did, but notice that there's 4 different problems on it. On slide 5, you have 2 word problems. Please don't be intimidated. They're very basic. And then slide 6 is finding the mean. I know this one has decimals. See, they're right here, 2.5 and 9.25 and 10.2. But you do have access to a calculator, whether it's on your phone, a handheld, on your computer, whatever. You have one, so it should not be an issue. All right, so back to slide 4. All the slides ask you to show your work. So you can either do this on paper, then take a picture of it with your phone or your screen cam or whatever, and then insert the picture, or you can just type up what you did. So for example, 2 plus 3 plus 5, and I'm putting dots because I'm not going to type everything out because this is your job. So you pretend that you added all those up. So let's just say that I just had these 3 numbers. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 is actually 10. Okay, so all I did was write 2 plus 3 plus 5 equals 10. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 10, and I'm just going to use the backslash and then divide by 3 because I had 3 numbers. Pull up my calculator, and let's say it was 10 divided by 3. So my answer is 3.33333333. I'm not writing all that. I'm just going to write 10.33 ... So that way I know it continues on forever. Okay, that's all you have to do to show your work, is just show me what steps you followed. All right. Same thing for all of these other ones. Again, this is not the answer. Please don't copy this down because it's wrong. If you put 3.333, I'm going to know that you didn't even try. All right, if you have any questions, please comment in the classroom or email me, and I am happy to help. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.